This is our huge, massive, ginormous forward cabin. Well, it's big enough. It's got wardrobe there, which is empty because it's winter and we've taken everything off the boat while she's out on the hard. And loads and loads and loads of storage under here. And our bow thrusters at the front, under the front cushion. Lots of storage on the side. My fins, windows on both sides, so you can see out in the morning. And then on Sid's side, another big wardrobe with a footlocker underneath for all them pairs of shoes. There's a nice hatch we leave open most nights, and interestingly we've got you can see that we've got mosquito nets built in, which are great when you're up the rivers. And there's a happy soul in her hat. It's freezing cold. And we've got a tube heater which we leave on, a thermostat, over the winter. But we've just put the heating on to warm everything up. So this is the main cabin. All our batteries are under here. There's 400 amp hours. Is it 400 amp hours? Yeah, 400 amp hours of gel batteries under there. And on this side, a nice big settee. And this is my underwater camera. And that was something a friend made for us. You can see that. So there's windows with blinds on either side, and one on this side behind the TV, and all our DVDs that we keep on board because we have this this TV that's got a built-in DVD. I don't know if you can see that on the side, which is great. But we've also got a Blu-ray player, because our Blu-ray player it runs wireless internet, so we can watch YouTube whenever there's a Wi-Fi signal. So this is the nav station, and we keep all our life jackets and stuff under this one here. We specified this boat with leatherette all round because we found that the Draylon type materials just get so mucky so quickly. Instruments, we have all the switches for the boat, all LED lighting, radio up here plays CDs, and it's Bluetooth and you name it, it's got it, and it's digital, but the digital signal isn't very good at sea because the aerial moves, and the aerial is up the top of the mast. So we've also got our VHF, and then we've got a repeater, which is this one that goes up behind the helm so that we can use the radio at full power from either position. And we've got a battery monitor which I fitted, and you can just see there our solar cell charge regulator. It's just a PPT, and we're going to upgrade that next year to an MPPT. We've got two 100 watt panels, which we can move around the boat according to what tack we're on, or where it's casting shadows. And this is our heater. You can hear it roaring away in the background. It's an AV Avro, and it is brilliant. 5 kilowatts, and there's outlets in the saloon and in the forepeak, and one in the heads, and also one in the aft cabin. Let's show you the aft cabin and the heads. So this is the heads. We have, it's quite big heads actually on the owner's version. There's a shower, and this is doubles up as a wet locker where we hang our wet gear. It drains out there and into the sump, and that's the loo and the holding tank. And then we have a shower door. You can see that closes and shuts off the shower from the rest of the heads. And there's a wash hand basin and a cupboard underneath, and it's a complete wet room, so any water or anything that goes on the floor just goes out through that sump there, which is automatic. Well, it's, you have to switch it on, but it's automatic. Funnily enough, that one's empty as well. We normally keep all of the showering gear in there and shaving bits and pieces. And so the holding tank's behind there. Lots of warnings about not putting things down the toilet that haven't been eaten. So this is our galley. We've got a mixer tap on there, one basin there, and another one there, which is really quite useful, because if we're eating at sea, rather than come down and have to put the plates in the sink, you can just leave them in this one and on their sides and what have you. It's really handy. And we've got a top loading fridge, which is really big. Oh, I didn't know they were in there. This was something I had to make at work, because when we bought the boat, we just got one grill. Can you see that? One basket, which was completely and utterly useless. So I made this one at work when I was working to keep me Guinness cold. And then something else that we did, which was really useful, is we've got these things. So we stack these in the fridge with the bits and pieces in, and it keeps them all separate. That was one of Sid's ideas. She's full of good ideas like that. And obviously the fridge is off at the moment because it's winter. One of the things that we did was we put some extra insulation on the fridge lid, and then under the fridge we put some extra foam, 2 inches of extra foam. So in front of the sink there's the bin cupboard and the cleaning cupboard, and our compressor is, and we can't see it under there somewhere for the fridge. So when we bought the boat, we bought it almost as a bare boat, and they wanted £600 for a microwave. So I think we got this one from Argos for about £49. And again at work I made this tray here, bolted it all down so the microwave can't come out, and that runs either from our mains when we're in the marina, or we've got a 4 kilowatt inverter, which is quite big. It will run 4 kilowatts max, and it will run, I think it's 2000 watts continuous, and that's our purple kettle. So under here there's a 2 burner hob, which is gimbaled, and our oven, and then all our pots and pans go in here. And we're thinking about putting another fridge in here as a freezer, because actually it's a mod they do on some of the other boats that we've seen around. That's our knives and forks. Again, it's all empty. Of course, our fire blanket. Got to have a fire blanket using a gas stove on a boat. Oh, our table, forgot to mention our table. this is a really good idea. We did this on our other Bavaria. We actually put drawers under the table because the space was all wasted. And of course at the other end is the wine rack, which is empty because it's all at home. So the table all lifts out like that, and we've actually, on both sides, we've actually had 12 people in here. In fact, on one of our Bavaria runs we had 14 people on the boat, didn't we? That was a night to remember. And we've also got these, I don't know if you can see them, LED lights, which I installed up under here because the white LEDs are a little bit harsh. And then on the ceiling there's 1, 2, 3 main hatches through the front, and above the galley there's another one, and these, there you go, these have all got fly screens on them as well. We leave them shut in the winter. It's actually really starting to warm up in here now. What else? Oh, for all those spanners out there, this is our engine bay. It's a D130 Volvo, and we've done a few modifications to it. For example, we have made the header tank higher than the rest of the engine, because if you're motor sailing, oh, none of that's recording, is it? Oh yeah. If you're motor sailing, it's possible to starve the heat exchanger of water. So that's a mod that I did, and there's some mods down there on the filters. I don't know if you can see them, and of course a magnet on the oil filter. And we keep it really clean in here. There's all the service parts that we keep, spare everything, 2 of everything actually, and then we keep service schedules, write down everything we've done, when we've done it. I guess because I've got OCD more than anything else, but it does help to keep a record. So spare filters, spare impellers, and other spares in there, and that's our raw water strainer. Yeah, all very clean and tidy. So from the engine bay and companionway and the steps into the dark hall, which is our aft cabin, and at the moment it is absolutely chock-a-block with stuff out the boat. So all the stuff that we've moved out, and it's a huge berth. It goes right back there. It's 7 foot long and about, I guess, about 5'8", 5'9" wide, and there's a wardrobe and a foot locker and a seat under there, and there's lots of storage on the shelves, and there's also a window you can look out into the cockpit. Oh, and that purple light was the LEDs that I put underneath the table. I don't know if you can see those. So there's LEDs under the table which light the cockpit up at night, and we can change the colour to red if we're sailing at night, so that we don't lose our night vision, but we can still see the floor in the cockpit. Well, that's the inside of Impavidus. We'll see if we can do the outside later on, but it's It's absolutely freezing and I need to warm up before I go out there, and I didn't bring a hat, yes, as Cindy said. But we've checked her all over. We check her every week while she's out. Don't we? Right, time for a cup of tea.